with Schenk, and today I'll be talking about how social media negatively impacts young people in today's society. I first want to start by saying that we all constantly get on our phones. I wake up in the morning and I scroll my phone, I snap back friends, I scroll on Instagram Reels, I send TikToks to friends, look at Facebook, look at X, and all the time we're constantly on our phones. And we are connecting with people and able to engage. However, social media also has so many negative impacts, especially on teens. I first want to start by talking about mental health. We constantly compare ourselves to other people. We look at Facebook and we see how someone's life looks, and then we compare it to our own lives, not knowing what is being hidden from their feeds. We are also constantly seeing celebrities and influencers sharing photos. According to a study from Iowa State University, people who cut back on social media are likely to be less anxious, depressed, and lonely. Another thing about social media, it's extremely addictive. When we are constantly liking and commenting, this releases a chemical hormone in our bodies and brains called dopamine. Dopamine is also released through nicotine and things like cigarettes and vapes. Every time we interact, our brain releases this chemical, making it harder and harder to stop and to put the phone down and get off. We also constantly feel, even while we're constantly connected with one another, with people, we can be connected with someone all the way across the world in India, as well as Australia. We are also disconnected, especially with people that are close in proximity to us. Communication is the next thing I want to talk about. It can be easy and comfortable to talk to someone through a screen. You have a layer of comfort. You have nothing to worry about. You have no fear of violence coming to you. You also have no fear that something is going to happen. You have a layer to protect you. You can say what you want, do what you want, without fear of that. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, teens who spend lots of time online are less likely to experience anxiety, in conversations, making it harder to interact. Over time, things like eye contact will disappear, body language becomes hard to read, and you're not able to speak confidently. Another example of communication is when you're hanging out with friends. You're in a meeting, you're at dinner, and people are constantly on their phones. You can be sitting at a dinner table with people while you're scrolling on your phones. Yes, you're there, you're in person with them, but you're not really there. You're not present in the moment. An example of this in my own personal life will be hanging out with friends at sleepovers, and we're sitting there and sending TikToks to each other. Even though we are 2 feet away and can flip our phone and show them, we are just sitting down and we're just sending it to them because there's no need. When we have access to this with just the click of a button, they can then open it and laugh on their own, and you don't have to even show it. This creates disconnect between people. The biggest irony of social media is that it connects us online, but it separates us in real life. Lastly, I want to talk about body image. We have filters and editing that is always around. Lots of times, people will change how they look to perceive this certain image that they want to create for themselves. It's almost an idea of flawlessness that isn't real. I know on Snapchat you can create whatever filter. On TikTok you can put a beauty blemish effect on so you don't have any impurities on your skin. You can look a certain way. There's apps where you can edit yourself to look smaller, and all these can extremely damage our mental health, but also how we perceive our bodies. When we see a photo of an influencer like Kim Kardashian, who has had procedures done, admittedly had procedures done to change how she looks, this can make us look like we want to change things. A study, according to Johns Hopkins Medicine, this constant comparison can lead to body insecurity, low self-esteem, and even eating disorders. I just want to wrap this up by saying that social media can connect us, but at the end of the day, there's so many negative impacts. My challenge for you is to take a step back, to really try to cut back on your social media time, and to just be present in the moment. Thank you.